Na hát akkor... Sziasztok srácok, halihó, sziasztok! Mindenkit köszöntök így szép délutánt. Ö... Hát elérkeztünk a Biathlon világkupa férfi üldözéses versenyéhez. Éppen a német Arne de Pfeiffer lő, aki ugye tennap ugye, ha jól emlékszek, nem emlékszek, azt hiszem harmadik volt, igen. Ha. Na nézzük, mikrofon az be van kapcsolva, az asztalodő is jó, úgyhogy szuper. Ja. Mikrofonadó megy, jó, és akkor az asztalodő is megy, szuper, jó, az. Jó, és akkor elméletileg most már itt van mindenki a chaten is, aki itt van. Na úgyhogy... meg is nézzük a rajtlistát. Ugye a tennapi versenyt, a 7 és, vagy mi a 10 km-es sprint versenyt ugye a francia Simon Desiu nyerte. Úgyhogy értelemszerűen ugye ő fog indulni a első helyről. De mindjárt mondom a többit is, csak kijelölöm a mérőpontokat, mert ugye hát a shooting pontokat, hogy lássam a eredményeket. Na szóval ugye Destiu fog indulni, 2 másodperccel rá ugye Sebastian Samuelson, utána pedig Arne Pfeiffer 4 másodperccel, utána 10 másodperccel Legreit, utána jön Tarje Bő, utána Benedikt Doll, Fiumai és Jacqueline Falk, Lagyipop Bő, utána pedig ugye hát a fiatal norvég a újonc Stöhem Shane, vagy mi a faszom neve van ennek a csávónak, a fasz tudja. Gigonát lesz még veszélyes rájuk, Lesser, Kalili, ugye még Johannes Dahle még, Martin Ponsiluma még, Loginov, Prince Jansen, hát Éder, talán még ő is, de... Nelin ugye, Elisejev még, Garanicsev ugye, Vindis, Barabé is ott van még, Bionaz, Florent Cloud, Namrat, ugye a németektől, Dovzán, Csako meg, Bormolini és ennyi. Az utolsó induló, az egy belga lesz, Langner, és egyetlen egy indulónk nem lesz itt is, a ukrán Artem Prima, úgyhogy ő nem fog indulni, úgyhogy...
Det var ju lite sådär.
Itt van a svédeknek az edzője, ugye?
Han hade inte lite mer innan eller?
Hát Martin Ponszuma a képen készülődik. Négykor fogunk rajtolni, mármint hogy négykor fog rajtolni ez a történet, úgyhogy még azért messze vagyunk még a kezdettől. Itt kész ugye Johannesbő, aki vezeti a összetett világkupát. De viszont az akárkit az nem ő vezeti, azt tudom, azt még Emilien Jacquelin vezeti. Mivel ugye Emilien Jacquelin ennek a számnak a világbajnoka, úgyhogy Patrik őbereggel is segíti. Pétrik Mázé munkáját, úgy, mint ahogy ugye ő besegít a úgy, mint ahogy ugye ő besegített a lányoknak. Úgyhogy a... Roland Cloud a kirő. Mármint Fabian Cloudnak. Ugye, lehet, hogy nem is Jacqueline vezeti ezért, az a kágét. Már elfelejtettem. Nem, akkor nem Jacqueline vezeti. Na, szóval akkor legre vezeti a szakágét, meg ugye hát a U25-öt ugye, na hát közöm. Nem is tudtam, hogy most már ő vezeti a szakágét benne. Itt lő. Gionát, mellette meg Ponszilóma. Azt hiszem. Ja. Na mindjárt jövő srácok, és akkor szerintem már lassan, vagy elkezdjük majd lassan talán. Na, mindjárt jövő srác.
Co? Jedničku hledáme.
Francie.
Itt van ugye a képen Simon Dessieux, aki ugye megnyert a sprint versenyt, ugye? Úgyhogy
On va aller en debout après c'est le...
Fais montrer un 50, 50 ou un léger. Presque un peu de dos, tu vois. Si est de dos, c'est considéré comme nul. Ça, c'est 3, 5. Donc je reste comme ça, carrément léger. Comme ça, si ça porte, je mets 2 et 2. Et s'il y a plus de temps, bah.
Johannesből készüldik, ahogy látom. Csak akartam.
Perfecto. So, du er set, ça y est. Tommy går met een leadwind. Que du latéral.
Csak a franciák, ugye? Készülünk az oroszok.
From Belgium is a minute and 59 seconds apart. That's less than a quarter of an hour.
És akkor kezdődik a hivatalos közvetítés is, úgyhogy most nem fogunk unatkozni végre. Na, ugye a képen látható Simon Desztyű indul az első helyről. Őt követi Sebastian Samuelson 2 másodperccel. Ők szinte együtt fognak menni. Utána Arndt Pfeiffer, aki 4 másodperccel, úgyhogy itt a férfiaknál itt tényleg itt lehetnek itt meglepetések, hogy ki nyeri meg ezt a üldöző versenyt, ez biztos. Langley jön utánuk, ő már 10 másodperccel, hát még az is, az se semmi amúgy, ez se. És itt pedig Quentin Fillon-Maillet, aki 27, hát már az igen, az már jó. Jacqueline, ő 30-al. Ekofák 33-mal. Hát, még amúgy még ő is nyerhet még, szóval versenyt, szóval még ő is. És még utána Johannesből 39-el. Hát szóval ő is megnyerheti amúgy, szóval. Itt még bárki nyerhet. Dále 54 másodperc. Az, hát már majdnem egy perc, még az már csöppet sok, de még az is behozható azért.
Dans combien de temps là 6 minutes. Voilà.
Majd oké. Jó, és akkor ezt a 2,5 távot ezt össze fogják ugye megtenni, és 4 lövészettel együtt, úgyhogy... Ugye egyedül ugye Átem Prima, aki nem fog ugye elindulni a versenyen. Ő az egyedüli, aki nem fog indulni ugye. Úgyhogy ja, ennyi. Ja, és jövő héten ugye Evo kupa is van, úgyhogy... Ja, azt hiszem már jövő héten már jövő héten fog befejezni az Evo kupa, ugye? 10-én rajta van, akkor igen.
On the next day, for the first time wearing in a pursuit bib number 1 for France, Simon Desdieux. Bib number 2, the silver medalist of Tokyo, Sebastian Samuelsson. I'm sorry. Bib number 3, just 4. From the red and blue, just 10 seconds back, sur la hall, Lagreys. Number 5, just 11 seconds back, Darrier Beu. Number 6, just 15 seconds back, Benedict Doll. Number 7, 27 seconds back, Quentin Fillon-Maillet. And the world champion only 30 seconds behind the leader, Emilien Jacquelin.
So the first pursuit race after the World Championships in Pachuca. Emilien Jacquelin, the winner on that occasion, shooting perfect with a time of 31.22. Just over half an hour's work in store for these 60 men who've qualified for the pursuit. And Simon Desdieux is underway. His first win coming in the sprint. His 9th season on the tour. It's been a long, hard fight for him. 8 podiums he's had in his career. Away goes Ligrid. Bo follows him. Benedict Doll of Germany is is next. Then it's Quentin Fillon-Maillet of France, followed by his teammate Emilien Jacquelin. And the margin back to Jacquelin, some 29 seconds. Number 7, Fillon-Maillet. Only in 1 of 8 sprints has he managed to shoot clear this season. That's something he definitely needs to work on, because I think everyone accepting that unless you're wearing the yellow bib, you need to hit 10 out of 10 to have a chance of winning. Now, Johannes Tingesbø, he's got Endre Stronsheim, another of the youngsters in the Norwegian team, 23-year-old from Geilo, same place as Ligrid. Mike, you know, this is the stage of the season we always see the Norwegians bring in a new name.
And didn't he do well? Your first World Cup, finishing 12th position. It was all there. His last loop of 3.3 kilometers was powerful. So yet another great find for Norway. It's thick and fast traffic every second, practically all the way through till bib 60, and that will create an issue on the range as well. So 1 minute for 25 athletes, you have to clear out fast, open up the range for those coming in.
Well, never have we seen the holding box used in a World Cup. That's where there are more than 30 people on the range. Obviously, there are only 30 lanes. I can't see it happening today, but it is going to be quite difficult for the range officials, Mike, to direct, particularly those wearing bibs 31 through to 40.
It must be, for Borut Nunar, the race director, guiding all of that, it must be quite a stressful job. You've got very focused athletes coming in, but it will be fine. They're in and out, these first athletes, in 30 seconds.
Yeah, and they're the faster athletes as well. Were Detieu and Samuelson to decide to go slow, then it might create a problem. There's Benny Doll at the back of this little trio. Tingesbø goes through as well, and then we're on to the French with Fillon-Maillet and Jacquelin starting just 3 seconds apart.
Be interesting to see how much Johannes Tingesbø has hauled back. He had a very first lap yesterday. It's going to be the same today. It is. So 32, he's taken 7 seconds off the lead time.
It's crazy. Well, maybe that explains why he's had a problem shooting, Mike, although it tends to be the standing shoot where he's coming unstuck in races.
And occasionally prone as well, and he was such a secure prone shot last year. This new rifle, so from the World Championships, he's decided to go back to his old rifle, not the one that he used at the Olympics 3 years ago. For me, it looked better yesterday, but the set, I was looking at his rifles last night, the set between these two are quite different, so he's still struggling, and you need to be so comfortable with your rifle. Clearly, he is not, and at this serious stage of the season.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, and that plays into the hands of Ligrid, who, if Ligrid gets a podium finish today, he will be buzzing with the excitement and the expectation of taking the overall Crystal Globe as well. Ligrid there in 5th place at the moment, 10 seconds back, having started 10.4, so he's lost 0.1, nothing really to worry about at this stage. And Johannes Tingesbø, is he getting closer? 27.5, having started at 38.5. He is absolutely flying on this first lap.
You know, he's going to be hauling in Jacquelin. Maybe Jacquelin is aware of that, but Johannes Tingesbø could well be doing that. It's only a 2.5 kilometer track today as well.
And in terms of ski speed, Mike, Johannes Tingesbø quickest on the course yesterday, 20 seconds quicker than Fillon-Maillet and Dale. Doll was at 24, Ligrid 26, Tingesbø 28, and Samuelson at 30. They were the 7 fastest athletes out there. Last lap, well, Detieu produced the 2nd fastest last lap, second to Johannes Tingesbø. So he obviously saved something, and that made a big difference.
Oh, you need some damage limitation for the final lap if it doesn't go well. And I think the German team with Lesser 14 and Benny Doll 6, Arm Piper 3rd, well, 2nd place now, they really have lifted their performance from just 2 weeks ago, the World Championships. The win flags, very kind. They were, I heard, a little, it was more influence when they started their zero just over an hour ago, so maybe we'll see some of these initial athletes adjusting their sights, taking them back away from the wind.
Yeah, keep your eye on the anemometer down the bottom of the screen. In the women's race, fluctuating between 2 and 12 kilometers an hour throughout the race, but coming in gusts. There's a change already from Arndt Pfeiffer. If you didn't know what to do, I'd probably follow on. He's so experienced.
Terje Bo, first fired, first missed.
5 out of 5 for Detieu. That's how to do it. Pfeiffer loses a bit of time, but makes safe, as he so often does. And Benny Doll matches his teammate, 5 out of 5. Now, Johannes Tingesbø, he may have gained time on the tracks, but if he misses one, he will throw away twice as much as he gained. Oh, there you go, first shot wide. Nah, it's not going to happen, Mike. He's playing catch-up, and that's from the very first instance. He's not used to starting a pursuit down in 11th place.
It must be so painful, frustrating
Dest djupare feldorzal som zsakeni segléd a sorrendben, ahogy látom. És Johannes be is megy egy büntetőkörre már. A fák jól tartja magát ott.
Chopping and changing rifles, he's not comfortable with what the coach says.
Yeah, I think I don't think you have to be too bold to say he's not going to win the overall this year, and certainly from his last 3 weeks of performances, he doesn't deserve to, compared to Lygrid and other athletes who've been on top of their game. 5 out of 5.
Yes, Lygrid, as usual, it's a habit now. He gets 5 out of 5 in the prone.
Well, these are the targets of Simon Desieux.
Na, mit srácok?
Just over half the field shooting clear on the first prone shoot here in the pursuit, and the 3 leaders having no problem at all clearing the targets. We have Detieu ahead of Pfeiffer. Benny Doll looking to get his first win of the season, to add to the 2 World Cup victories he's got in his career. One of those, of course, a world title back in 2017. Wonder what will be going through Detieu's mind, Mike. He looked confident on that first prone. It was a lovely shoot.
It was so solid, his routines, he didn't flinch, he just did what he always does, and what a feeling that must be for so long at World Cup and winning ways yesterday, so composed at the moment. Will he get fed up of leading? He might want Arndt Pfeiffer to take some of the lead time, keep the rest away.
Well, Lygrid with a miss. initially my computer telling me he'd hit all 5, but he's 22.5 down, so he must have thrown one wide on that first shoot. Tadebo likewise, Samuelsson missing as well, which has given the leading three a little bit of breathing space. 21 seconds between first and fourth. That's Tadebo at the moment, and Johannes Tingesbø, despite 2 loops, is 55 seconds back in 17th place.
That will hurt Johannes Tingesbø. He hasn't been down that far in a pursuit competition for a very, very long time, and it's new territory for him, and I think new frustrations. Maybe an indication when Ligrid, my computer also said that he hit all 5, but when Ligrid misses, it is an issue. It was windy when they zeroed. That's dropped off, and only 24 out of 60 shooting 0 first time in.
Now they start to slow the pace. Incidentally, Mike, 11th yesterday for Johannes Tingesbø. That's the worst result he's had this season. That's a pretty remarkable effort. Other than that, he's had a couple of 8th places, one of which was the mass start in the World Championship. So that was another poor performance by his standards. But plenty of time to make it up. 2 laps now completed of 5. And this, of course, the second shoot. The wind constant between 4 and 5 kilometers an hour.
Art Pfeiffer, he'll never He gets into position, he gets his breathing under control, tension out of his body, and lets them go.
Could be seeing a new leader. Could be Benny Doll's chance to lead a pursuit for the first time this season. No, he's thrown that away. Detieu missed 2. Pfeiffer and Doll both on the penalty list. And now a chance for Ligrid to move up a couple of places. A little bit longer for that first shot, maybe because of the miss in the first shoot. And throws the last one wide. Tadebo goes clean and will move into the top 3. Might just get out of the range before Samuelsson and Pfeiffer come off the penalty loop. And Jakob Falkmeier going clear. I would love to see Falk get his 9th World Cup win. Remember, we're over 6 years since he last had a victory, but it's just what he needs.
And he's only 8.4 off Tadebo. For me, it's great to see Tadebo at the top end of the field at the moment. He needs that. He needs that for his confidence. And he shot 5 out of 5 this time in.
Yeah, so did Johannes Tingesbø. Stromsign going clear. Hoffer going 5 with 5 as well. They all move comfortably up the order. Be interesting to see the margin. Tadebo out in 12.11. Johannes Tingesbø was 55 seconds behind. That's now cut to 34. He is still in this race, although down in 14th position.
Just edge shot there at 4 o'clock, so that breeze from the left, look how far it's pushing, though. That one was central, the first 2 were to the right, and then again low right, so the wind, it pushes, the bullet spirals clockwise, and it pushes the bullet down low right.
Well, there are the standings after the second shoot. And Detieu first down into 7th, Samuelsson second down into 9th, all going wrong, and Pfeiffer somehow holds on to a top 2 position. Very quick round the penalty loop. Just one miss from Pfeiffer.
Na, de jól akkor a németek számára ez a verseny.
Well, this is the scene in Nové Město. We're on to lap number, where are we, 3? We're on to lap number 3. We've got 2 more shoots still to go, both in the stand position. And Emilien Jacquelin certainly picking up the pace, trying to close down. And Tadej Bo looking comfortable. Good second shoot from Tadej Bo.
Jacquelin, he's got the same feel that he had when he moved from 3rd to 1st, and for me, one of the best performances ever. The way he pulled off that gold medal in the pursuit competition at the World Championships. Never looked like he'd be beaten, and he was just so fast and firm through the rifle all the time.
Yeah, fact looking like he did on the last lap of the mass start at the World Championships. He always skis with a slightly slower tempo, but didn't look as though he had a huge amount of energy to put in it. Johannes Tingesbo gains another couple of places, down to 25 seconds between himself and the leaders. But Jacquelin, the world champion in the teal blue suit there, he went clear on the prone, Mike, 10 out of 10. That will do something to build his confidence back.
Strange there, Jacquelin was at the front, heading down the descent. He finds himself behind, so I wasn't watching all of it, but clearly his ski's not running well. Very icy down there as you come down the bottom part of the hill, and a risk of skis flipping. They were wobbling around. Johannes Tingesbo down to 25 seconds now, so he's taken a further, what's that, 9 seconds off.
Yeah, good work having started at 38.5, and remember he did a penalty loop as well, or 2 penalty loops on the very first shoot. Managed to clear 5 second time round, as did his brother, and things very much slowing down as they come into the range for the 3rd time. 2 Germans in that leading group, a Slovenian there with Jakub Fak. There's Fion Maillet just ahead of Samuelson, and Leidgrid starting to look a little bit tired, Mike, when a youngster is fighting for every point he can get in the World Cup. It is always the last couple of World Cups where the wheels start to come off.
And interestingly, we see it every time with youngsters who are about to move or are very close to wearing the leader's bib. The pressure, they feel it. They haven't been there before. It's a brand new scenario, and he's missed 2 out of 10. It's unusual in prone shooting.
Tadej Bo nearest the camera, Benny Doll, then Jacquelin. Keep an eye on Jacquelin's target, stands just a tiny bit further back than the rest, but when he's on form, as he seems to be today, the stand is never really an issue. 5 out of 5, great shooting, and Tadej Bo makes 5 as well, so the Frenchman gets the lead for the first time. And don't forget, not only is he world champion, but he did the very rare thing of defending the pursuit world title, having won it in Antolz last year.
And remember the way he shot at the World Championships. It was both stands, 17 seconds. I'm so happy for Johannes Tingesbo. 5 clear whites there, brilliant.
Well, with the standard of biathlon up front, these men are very much out of the race. Pfeiffer just getting in behind Johannes Tinges and getting closer to that leaderboard. Still at 23.1, Mike, so only a couple of seconds gained by Johannes Tinges on that shoot. What he doesn't want is to go clear on the last one. Jacquelin missed 1, and the 2 of them raced the last lap together. They've done that a few times, and the Frenchman nearly always comes out on top, which may surprise some.
Look how close it is, though. 29 seconds back to 10th place. Samuelson still 32 behind, so the race is open for the final time into range.
Yeah, lots of pressure on the final shoot. A miss almost certainly rule you out of taking the win. Well, there are the top 10. Those in green moving up. Jacquelin started 8th, up to 1st position at the moment. Great run by him. Bigdrushny having a good day out as well. Fastest shot on that stand was Dovzhan, who went through in 17.8. And so often it's those further down the order who produce the really rapid shoots, desperate to try and catch up. Guiganin, Mike, an 18-second shoot. Jacquelin hit 5, was leading the race 19 seconds to clear the targets, and strong side the young Norwegian 20.2.
Quite incredible. Those timings are on the edge. Yes, the wind had died around. There's great light there as well, but superhuman timings.
De van még egy lövészet, úgyhogy.
Well, as we watch this, we're just getting news from Oberstdorf and the Nordic Skiing World Championships, and it seems that Johannes Husflot-Klæbo has been disqualified from the 50k, having tried to find his way round on the right side. Now, Bolshinov was, in which case, is very, very lucky. But it was a similar situation to the one we saw in Lahti, with Bolshinov in the opposite position, and he lost out on that occasion. So I guess fair on that count, Mike. But what's unlucky for Bolshinov is that he doesn't get the gold because Iversen crossed the line before him. So the medals may change, but Bolshinov is not going to take gold, which is what he wanted.
Well, I think that debate will continue, and with Bolshinov having his ski pole snapped by the man who was viewed to cause obstruction and disqualified, it's a major disadvantage. I think that's going to run a bit longer.
Yeah, I've heard the Norwegians have already put a protest in, so it's going to go a while. You do not want a 50k, especially one of the quality that we've just watched. We do not want that decided by a jury decision. Maybe they should run it again tomorrow. So the current standings on the medals in that 50k, Iversen taking the gold, Bolshinov silver, and Kruger gets another medal, bronze, in the 50k if the disqualification stands. But the FIS have just published that, so if you were watching throughout that, a little bit of hot news for you. And you have to feel for Klæbo, Mike. It was an outstanding performance, but he is a man of habit, and he always takes the outside line coming into the finish.
He does, and that normally buys himself safety, but well, what a strange outcome there. But look at the attack coming in here, and Johannes Tingesbro making himself again move forward, and now right in behind Lygrid. Is that a strategy, I wonder? Jakob Fag still there as well. Detieu hasn't gone the way he planned it. Some nerves maybe coming in on the range, but he's still there or thereabouts to challenge.
6 men still with a perfect shooting score. Jacquelin is the man up front in the best position. Jakob Fag has hit 15 out of 15. I don't think Jakob has got the speed to win. He's really relying on some of the leaders missing not just 1 but 2 targets if he's going to come through and claim the win, because I think they'd chase down a 15-20 second deficit in his current form.
This is very interesting. 2 at the front, then a group of 5, then a group of 4. Any errors up here that will be punished and passed.
Yeah.
And if it becomes a ski race between Jacquelin and Tadej Bo, I think your money probably on the Frenchman again.
I think so, I think so. This will be pressure, and it'll be fast again for Jacquelin.
Jacquelin, 19 seconds last time round. Tadej Bo, 23. That's all about focus for Tadej Bo. He achieves that. That is a fantastic shoot under the greatest of pressure. And Detieu is coming back. He's not out of this one quite yet. If he can clear 5. Lygrid 4-5. Johannes Tingesbro 4-5. Takes his time. Makes sure we have a ski race on our hands. Not for the first time today. That is fabulous shooting by the Norwegian trio up the front. Detieu is the one who's got to try and take them on. 13 seconds separating the top 4. Now, Mike, Johannes Tingesbro, 13 seconds. He'll fancy his chances of catching his brother.
He will. But remember that first lap, and remember he missed 2 after the first shoot, and he put in a vicious second lap. Is that going to fatigue him? I'm so happy to see him back in 4th place, though.
Yeah, and Jacquelin, Mike, he's only 16.9 behind. He's got 3 seconds to make up on Johannes Tinges. If he can make contact with him and ride his wake all the way to the finish, then we could have a 4-5-way fight for for the win here in Nové Město. Stromsheim shooting clear on his last shoot, but just checking, he's missed 2 in all today. Good shooting from Leitner. Bakarnikov is clear, always looking to see how Simoneda's got on the range. He was going okay earlier on. I've lost his score, which must have meant he's missed a couple. He has. He's going to miss 2.
Oh, well done, Tariabo. Delighted to see him at the front. His shooting hasn't been great. Let's be honest, at the World Championships, he'd have loved it better, but today, it's all there.
Well, there is the lead for Tariabo, and he's had his most successful season since, in my book, since 2011, Mike. Is it going to push him back up into the top 4? It could do. He won the overall World Cup in 11. Only once has he finished 4th since then. And at the start of today, lying in 5th place. Here comes Johannes Tingesbo, desperate to stop Jacquelin making contact. And at the moment, he's succeeding in doing that. Wow.
Incredible pace. The toughest part of the course is he trying to chase down his brother. He is, but I don't think he's going to pull that remaining 13.5 back. But again, the Boo brothers will almost certainly be on the podium, barring a fall.
Yeah, and I wonder, Mike, whether Johannes will chase as hard, knowing it's his brother up front, whether it had been Jacquelin or Detieux, or even Leigrid, of course, is his main rival in the overall World Cup.
Yes, and Leigrid now in 4th place, but well and truly in contact with Detieux, only 2 seconds ahead.
Yeah, Jacquelin is coming though. Jacquelin is only 0.9 behind, so the more places that Johannes Tinges can put between himself and Leigrid, the better his chances of taking the Crystal Globe at the end of the season. And there is the margin. Tariabo is absolutely hanging on in there. He knows who's chasing, and Johannes Tinges wants those points. It's no brotherly love here.
It's incredible, the comeback there from Johannes Tingesbo. That would have broken most biathletes. He kept his focus, his belief, and I'm so pleased the rifle felt better today.
Well, having given Jakub Fak a hard time for ski speed, he's actually picked it up on this last loop so far and leading this group of 4. So Fak ahead of Jacquelin. Detieux is in there as well. Leigrid is there. Benny Doll of Germany just off the back, but starting to tighten in the shoulders. Phil Maillet still looking pretty good, but the breathing rate looks to be very, very high. And as we get closer to the stadium, it looks more like another win for Tariabo, who got a win in race 3 of the season. A sprint in Kontiolahti, and has looked pretty good, pretty solid all the way through the year. And then he won the mass start in Oberhof. That was a fantastic victory. So 3 victories this season going the way of Tariabo. He's not far down on the total achieved by his brother.
Leigrid needs to be careful because he's had, last time we saw Phil Maillet and Benny Doll breathing on him, and they've got a very sound and solid finish. And he needs to be careful, the points, with Johannes Tingesbo in 2nd place now.
Not for the first time this season. It's going to be the 2 Boo brothers on the podium. Leigrid knows how important every single point is going to turn out to be. Tariabo takes the win, 60 points going his way, and his brother will have to settle for 54. He enjoyed that. 19 hits out of 20. Johannes Tinges missing 2 on the first pro, and that's where it went wrong for him. And a good sprint finish coming in from Detieux, who started first, finishes 3rd, Fak 4, Leigrid forced down into 5th place, and 5th place winning him, what does he get for that, Mike? 40 points, so 20 points less than Tariabo and 16 points less, or 14 points less than Johannes Tinges.
What an interesting race that was. And again, the Boo brothers, what's that, the 6th time now that they've been on the podium together. Sometimes it's 2 and 3 or 1 and 3, but today it's 1 and 2.
Yeah, it was 1 and 3 in Kontiolahti, and Tariabo's comments were, it's nice for us both to be on the podium. It's especially nice for me to be higher up than my brother, which doesn't happen very often, but he's done it again today. They've got 1 and 2, and they'll enjoy that. Samuelson didn't go right.
Yeah. So disappointed. He's missed 4. That's where it went wrong. I think his ski speed was good. Mazet, is that maybe they've been working because Tariabo lost a lot of confidence on his rifle today. It's entirely back.
Yeah, that was great. Mazet looked absolutely delighted, didn't he, Mike? And Tariabo is a charming character. Always got a bit of time for you. Always got a smile, and you know, I should think he's a fantastic team member to have around.
Yes, he did a lot for the Norwegian team when he came in, what, 2009, end of 2009, and he's still standing and still winning all these years later. As they come across the line at Stromsheim, he looked to his left, his second World Cup race, but I think he may have been passed. No, he's just got away with it. Kretschmar was coming through fast, 1/10 of a second behind Stromsheim now.
Detieu, I think he'll be happy, Mike. First yesterday, third today. Cope with the pressure of leading out of the stadium. 2 misses by Detieu. Jakub Fak, 20 out of 20. Pigdrushny did exactly the same. Leitner shot clear, Bakarnikov shot clear, and Tishenko shot clear. So 5 athletes hitting all the targets. I think I missed Leitner as well. So 6 athletes actually clearing all 20 targets. The winner, though, hitting 19 out of 20 and having finished 5th in the sprint. Tariabo is in a brilliant position. He looked very strong, very confident on the rifle. Christiansen across the line. Oh, difficult for him, isn't it, Mike? He's somewhere adrift of the rest of the Norwegian team.
It must be a horrible situation, and Dali not good today, especially through the rifle. 35th position, missing 6 targets. Nerves towards the end of the season. Christiansen, 6 targets as well.
Yeah, Tariabo may well go ahead of Dali in the World Cup rankings, push him back up into 3rd position. It's going to be very tight. Not sure if we're going to have time to give you the official positions. We can tell you that Johannes Tingesbo stays in yellow, having got 2nd place today, so he moves on to 955 points, and with Lygrid finishing in 5th position, worth 40 points. He moves on to 922. Fabian Cloud, his brother, the star of the show at the Junior World Championships recently. He's looked very good, Mike, and helping the French win the relays as well. The French have really impressed at the Junior Worlds this year. So what do we say? 2-3 years down the line, they'll all be challenging for senior titles.
Yes, and Simon Foucault, loving his job and inspiring those young biathletes. I thought they looked great at the Junior Worlds. The shooting was all there, controlled. Even at that age, they were managing to hit most of the targets.
Leif Nordgren disappointing. 4:15 off the pace of the leaders. 4 misses. A couple of athletes missing. 6. Giacomello of Italy, 7 misses today. We've seen him have a few meltdowns in the relays. Didn't happen to Tariabo. Just 1 miss on the day. And it happened in the prone. Made absolutely sure of the 10 standing targets, and he looks over his shoulder to see his brother unable to catch him coming down the home straight. What a feeling. The Bø brothers, 1 and 2.
Did not finish the race. The last race of Nové Město na Moravě 2021, part 1, is complete. For the home team, Kuba Srdecky finishes in 47th position.
Tadej, what a day. Last pursuit win was 10 years ago. What changed in between?
I've become old. I guess that's what's happened. And yeah, I've struggled some years with the 20 shootings. My sprint qualities has been quite good last years, but now I have 2 victories now in the mass start and pursuit this season. Cleaning in the end, I missed the last shot yesterday, so I was quite focused to do it right today.
Can you tell us about this last shooting fight with Emilian, and then if you fear that your brother will catch you in the last loop?
No, I was quite happy with my shape today. So the fourth round was the key with Emilian to keep Johannes in the group on a fair distance. So if we shoot the same, I would still beat them, and that's exactly what happened. But of course, when you come with Emilian, the world champion 2 years in a row in this discipline, you know, if we shoot the same, he will win in this track. He's quite fast, and with his sprint qualities, I would have no chance. So I heard he missed, and then I just switched the focus back on my targets and cleaned. And yeah, it was quite fun to play like that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the race is on with Simon, in 6th. Led by André Rasmussen. Fast and flawless. Simon Winke on by the follow suits. Benedict Nové remains long. Led by Edward Latupov, Andres Rasmussen, Johannes Město. Dropped in roots. Behind that group. Target number 9 for the Frenchman. Alexander Loginov in SM from the middle and 10. Sans faute, rapide. Emilia Jacquin takes the lead after 15. Let's on 17. 2 errors for Edward Latupov. Mark 6 on 5 to 7. Convention like 8. This is in front of the grandstand. Flawless starting through. Emilia Jacquin does 1 penalty move. The sweep, Mitro Petrucci is flawless. That's it on 12.
Na így, na, Regred vezet tovább is 4 pont előnnyel a Szakágit, ugye? A üldözésesből Szakágit, úgyhogy... Na, így néz ki az összetett világkupa, az pedig Johannesből vezeti, 33 pont előnnyel legrejt előtt. Hát az biztos, hát, hogy Norvég lesz az összetett világkupa bajnok, de hogy még az még...
Cool. Gracias, Jonas. Gracias, Matt. Gracias. Good job. Congratulations to your performance. Thank you very much.